In the Holy Quran, chapter 10, Surah Yunus, ayah number 57, as we were reminding ourselves on this verse 2 weeks ago, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Ya ayyuhan nas, qad ja'atkum maw'idhatum min rabbikum wa shifa'un lima fis sudur. Allah tells us that this, meaning the Quran, has come to you, the world, Ya ayyuhan nas, all mankind, humanity. And this Quran has come to us as a message, a guideline, an admonition, a direction for us to live by, for us to live our lives by. It came from Allah, min rabbikum, and Allah is saying it came to you from your Lord. It's not just a book. Allah is saying this Quran came to you, qad ja'atkum, to you, min rabbikum, from your Lord. Interesting. It's not just a fruit or a thing. Came to us directly from Allah. وَشِفَاءٌ لِمَا فِي الصُّدُورِ. And this Quran is the cure for those misconceptions in our hearts, the diseases in the hearts. Lima fi sudur, in the hearts. Go check it out, chapter 10, verse 57. Meaning, you know the kind of things we think in our hearts? A lot of time we hear of the Quran as a guide. We know it's a guide. It's a light. But here Allah is referring to it as a cure for the diseases in our hearts, meaning the way a lot of us think. Because what is in our hearts? How we think. What we believe to be haram, that is halal, and what we believe to be halal, that is haram. And we reach a time in the world, and I really don't have the time to get into it. Wallahu alam, Allah knows best. But you ask yourselves, let us ask ourselves, look into our own hearts today. How many things there are around us that we know is haram, but we still do it? How many things there are that we know the Quran says to do, but we don't do it? How many things there are that is prohibited, and we like it, and we support it, and we do it? The Quran, Allah says, by living by this Quran, by reading this Quran, by trying to understand this Quran, by pondering on the ayats and the verses of the Quran, will be the means of shifa to remove that from our hearts, so our a'mal will be righteous. Because my brothers and sisters, on the day of judgment, every limb and organ in our body will have to answer. You remember the hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam? You know, there's a very well-known hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam in which the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, every day, every morning, every limb of this body, every organ of the human body pleads to the tongue, the lisan, and says, please don't say anything wrong today, huh? Because we may all be thrown into hell because you, that little piece of flesh called the tongue. Very interesting hadith. Yeah? Because sometimes we may say just one thing, the tongue, so small, may say something, may confess to something that is haram to be halal, or something that is halal to be haram, may break the hearts of people. And you know the 9 yards that the tongue can cause and destroy. And all the limbs in the body plead to the tongue on a daily basis. Don't say what is haram, and don't do anything like that. Because we will all have to go to hell because of your little misdeed. And let us look around. How many things we hear. We live in a time today when people give liberty to their tongues. They say what they know not about. They slander, they backbite, they break hearts. They cause fitna, mischief, corruption. That's one. What about all the other parts of the body? If we were to calculate this, and it's not that we don't know, and that's what Allah is speaking about, the heart. The Prophet ﷺ says, that Allah says, the shifa lima fi sudur. The Quran is the cure for the disease, and there is diseases in the heart. What the heart thinks and causes the body and us to do. The Prophet ﷺ says there is a piece of flesh in the human body. If it's good, the entire body is good. If it's bad, the entire body is bad. Meaning the heart. Because if our heart is corrupted, and our beliefs and our ideology and khayalat and all our different thinking, it will lead the mind and the hands and the body to do these all un-Islamic things. So Allah starts very simple to say, cure the diseases in the heart, and the Quran is it. Read the Quran regularly. Ponder on the verses of the Quran. Live by the Quran. But a lot of us know that, but we don't care, you know. We really don't care. Because you see, Satan, alladhi yuwaswisu fi sudurin nas. And you see, Allah speaks here again. Very interesting. Lima fi sudur. Alladhi yuwaswisu fi sudurin nas. Sudur, the hearts of people. Oh, you see that link? Allah is saying here, the Quran is the cure for the shifa for the hearts, the diseases in the hearts. And then in Surah Nas, we hear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saying, Alladhi yuwaswisu fi sudur, again the same word, fi sudur and nas. That shaitan whispers into the hearts of people. But the Quran, as long as we are mukhlis and we are sincere, and we worship Allah, and we have firm faith in Allah, yes, Satan will still whisper. But it is the Quran now that we need to read, we need to remind ourselves, we need to follow, we need to keep on the track. And every time Satan whispers into our hearts and we get off track, we come back online because Allah says, don't do that. And we're like, oh, astaghfirullah. Because Allah tells us, Alladhi yuwaswisu fi sudurin nas, that we must seek refuge in Allah from the whispering of shaitan in the hearts of human beings. And then he's telling us the cure and the shifa for that whispering of shaitan into the hearts of us is the Quran. Remember shaitan? And one of the biggest evil that shaitan has is liking to make us feel that we are better than other people. You know, that's a major disease that people have in their hearts.